Hello everyone, my name is Trittany and I'm the reader here at the Crown and Castle Collective, where we're all kings and queens of our own kingdom that we call life. This is going to be a pick a pile reading to look into your past life and perhaps a significant past life and what kind of trauma it caused you and it put on your soul that you may have carried into this life. So we're going to try to take a look at maybe what happened to you and how it's showing up and affecting you in your current life and what you can do to focus on and clear it. So we have 3 piles to choose from. We have a black kyanite stone. It's very spiky and of the underworld kind of feeling. Very powerful stone. Number 2, we have the Orthoceras. It's actually a fossil. Very cool stone as well. And then number 3, we have one of my personal favorites. This is Mookaite stone. Kind of a reddish and orange. Really cool stone too. The timestamps will also be provided below in the comments. And don't forget to check out in the description box. I'm on other social media platforms and I do offer personalized readings, whether that's through Skype or if you order one from me and I can type it up and send it to you. And those are all really good prices. So go ahead and check those out if you're interested. And don't forget to leave me a comment or a like if this really resonates with you and what you're going through. Or subscribe to my channel to see future videos as I will be posting on here more. And without further ado, we are going to get started with pile number 1, the black kyanite. Okay, pile number 1, black kyanite. Let's take a look into your past life. This is kind of hard to focus on. Okay, we have some beautiful cards out here for you guys in pile number 1. So the first card that comes up is this number 24, let 2 become 1. We also have this number 46, time to reflect. In both of these cards, we see a masculine and a feminine energy. So I'm automatically kind of getting the hit that in a past life, you could have really desired to be with a specific someone whom you had feelings for, but it may not have been able to happen, whether that was because of family or because of distance. Distance physically, or it could have been like I'm getting like separate tribes as well, or separate communities where they were rivalries or just opposing of each other. So you could have fell in love with someone on the opposing side, the opposing city, and it just couldn't be allowed at the time. So we also have this protection card, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So I feel like you were kind of protected against from the one that you loved or the one that you wished to be with. And that kind of held you back, and it definitely just broke your heart a little bit in that lifetime. So explaining that, we have the 5 of arrows, frustration. This is that frustration you could have had from wanting to start a beginning, wanting to start a family with this person, have a relationship and a happy home with that person. This is the Ace of Stones, wanting to start that stability that you could have had with that person, and just really not being able to fulfill what your heart's desires were. So we also have the Four of Bows, which I see as a home card, a community card. You wished nothing more than to marry this person and to just really be able to even perhaps become a part of their community. But if you were a part or outside of that, it may have been that you were not welcome. This could also link to segregation as well if you were a different race from whom you had interest in. So that happy home life is kind of restricted here with this King of Arrows, this Kingfisher. I feel like you may have only seen this person in passing, or you only got a glimpse of them every now and then, and it could have been someone that you yearned for the rest of your life, but you just were never able to express yourself or to visit them whenever you wanted. You could have been controlled by other people in your family or in your community that restricted you from seeing this person. And that's all clarified by this Ten of Bows, this responsibility. Notice how far away this man is. There is a camping ground up here, a tribe, a community, and he's just very far from it, working very hard. Perhaps you could have tried to sneak to see this person, but it was just never allowed in the open. It was something that was protected from others knowing and other people seeing. It was not something that you could have been open about, and that just really broke your heart. You wished nothing more than to marry and have a family with this person, and unfortunately, you are withheld from that. So how this may be showing up in your life today, you have the Four of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So I feel like with this Four of Cups, you could be very uninterested in all the options that you have came upon so far with your romantic life. And there may be one particular person that you are just searching and yearning for that you don't even know who they are or what they look like or any of that kind of stuff. But you know that once you find them, you're going to know, and this is number 7, this is kind of a life path number, you will be able to run off with this person, someone of your choosing that will make you so happy, and you will be able to at least express your heart's desire in this lifetime with whomever you choose, because you have very many options, and it almost either may seem that you want none of them at all, or you may want a whole bunch and it's just hard for you to identify the one. So you also have Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. And this reminds me of the Akashic records. This could have been a soulmate that you had in a past life that you were withheld from. And now in this life, you may just feel like you are really trying to pursue and identify a lost love that you were not able to have in the past. And so the chakra that you want to focus on in order to heal this, you have number 37, cultivation. This is the sacral chakra, which is more of like your creative energy, and also as well as the reproductive organs. I do see this as a little bit of a heartbreak, a lost love, a lost spouse, something that was withheld. You could have also really, if you were together with this person and it really wasn't out in the open, you still could have struggled to reproduce, to have any kids. So in this life, you are meant to focus on that sacral chakra, your reproductive organs, your creativity, and your power that you hold. Also, really look into music as well, expressing yourself through sound and through action. And you never know, you may find someone who's definitely into the same kind of music you are, which could definitely spark you back to this lifetime, or just spark your relationship now and help you identify who you are yearning for. So that's all I really have for you, group number 1. These are just short and sweet past life past life. I can't think of the phrase I'm trying to say. I've had a very long day. These are just energy check-ins. So if you feel like this resonated, wow, please comment and let me know. Give me a like or subscribe to see my future videos, or go ahead and check out any of my past videos I have up. So thank you guys for watching, and I wish you the best and happy healing, and I'll see you next time. Okay, pile number 2. You have Orthoceras. This is a newer stone of mine. It's actually a fossil. It used to be a squid type of thing with like things out of it. But yeah, that's what this is. It's pretty cool. We're going to tap into your significant past life that may have caused you trauma and how it may be affecting and showing up in your life today. All right, some really beautiful cards came out for you, pile number 2. So the first card that you have for this past life trauma is number 6, change is unavoidable. Followed by number 32, protect the wild and green. This is number 5, adds up to number 5, and this is also number 6. We have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And then explaining the past life, we have number 9, the hooded man, followed by the page of arrows. The number 3, the green woman. The 8 of bows, hearthfire, all clarified by the 6 of bows, abundance. So, in your past life, I feel like there's like 2 storylines kind of coming through. So if you feel like, I'll do it gender neutral because there is a gender that's like picking up in my storylines, but I don't like to specify it. So, okay, fine. I can't say it any other way. There is a storyline of a masculine who may have wanted to do things other than his family wanted. Perhaps he was way more in touch with his heart chakra, his love for Mother Gaia and the universe. This is also like a female version too. Someone who is just very in touch with nature and Mother Gaia and the heart of the earth and their own heart and soul in their lifetime. And it may be kind of looked at woo-woo at the time, and there may have been boundaries set against those kinds of beliefs, and people who were kind of more spiritually awakened at that time were pushed out of towns, were persecuted and whatnot. So you kind of may have to do these kinds of learning and teachings in secret, and perhaps a lot of people may have talked about you as well, a lot of gossip about you and what you're doing and what you believed in or who you believed in and what it is that you were practicing. A lot of people may have gossiped about that. That's also with this page of arrows. You may have left family and friends, or you were essentially pushed out as well with that boundaries, but you were able to excel at what you were doing on your own because you had that strength inside you all along, with or without other people. You may had even started your own community of people out in the forest, your own community of people with this hearth fire. And y'all did really well, actually. So, in this past life, I'm getting the trauma that you kind of withheld, that you kind of experienced, was the seclusion that you felt from your family and your friends and your community. But you were able to overcome that with strength in that life. So, if you feel like you're being excluded in this life, know that it's something that you've already been through, and perhaps it could be easier or worse than it was in a past life, but it's definitely something that you've been through before, and you can definitely overcome it in this life. Now, there's also another storyline coming through about someone who may have decided to become this warrior, okay? Someone that you could have been already in a trade in your family to do something else, but you wanted to be a warrior, and perhaps your families were like, no, we don't want you to do that. We don't want you to lose you. We don't want to lose you. Or if you were a female in that lifetime too, I feel like you really wanted to be a part of the fight. And there were boundaries set against you that women were not allowed at this time. So I see a little bit of a Mulan story if you know anything about Mulan, but this is the hooded man. I feel like you went under a disguise. Notice the little wren right here? There's a little messenger. So someone may have known, or you kept in touch with someone, because it also shows up again, the Page of Arrows. This is someone who is a little bit sneaky, can kind of fly under the radar. So I definitely feel like you were undercover, perhaps, doing stuff for your team. What else? So we also have this number 3, the Green Woman, which number 3 can be a conflicting number, but it's also a creative, reproductive number. So perhaps something happened there. We also have a group of warriors sitting around a fire. So this could be something unfortunate that happened to you regarding a group of men. And it's also with the 6 of bows, abundance. So I feel like perhaps you were impregnated in the most unfortunate way, because you were undercover as a male and someone were to blow your cover. That could have happened. But the way this is showing up in your first life, whether the first or the second storyline resonates with you, we have the 4 of Wands, which I see as a home life, a marriage, and just happy home celebrational card, with the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is more as a conflict number. So with the first storyline, I feel like with both of them, there's a lot of family rejection, a lot of disagreement with family about who you want to be and where you want to go and what you want to do with this lifetime. So there may be a little bit of conflict between you and your family members, your parents, or even just the people around you in your society and your community about the way that you express yourself and the activities that you do to do so. So what Spirit wants to say to you is to align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are, or who is not in alignment with who you truly are. Those people, they don't deserve to be in your space if they're not supporting you in your healthy decisions. Let me see. You may have a desire to just completely change how you present yourself. You could be going through a little bit of an identity crisis right now with the way you view yourself. I know there's a lot of stuff in the news right now regarding gender and self-identification. You could be just going through a little bit of that and how you choose to express yourself in relation to how you already see yourself. I guess if that makes sense. So we also have this number 17, inner knowing. This is the crown chakra. This is what spirit wants you to focus on in healing, because they don't want you to define yourself by your physical body as of right now. They want you to realign with your higher self, that you've always been the same. You've not always been the same, but like, you are your soul. You've been both masculine and feminine. I feel like there's two storylines coming through. They want you to be comfortable being alone and being outside of others and being outside of yourself too, really. And just being able to be at peace with who you are on the inside and allow for what's on the inside to reflect and get to know what's on the inside so you can properly characterize yourself in the world. Alright, pile number 2, that's all I'm getting for you. These are just short and sweet past life tap-ins. So if it resonated, please let me know down in the comments or give me a like. Don't be afraid to subscribe to my channel, as I will be posting more on this channel. And check out some of the other videos I have on my channel as well, a whole bunch of different topics. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, pile number 3. You have the Mukite stone. What kind of trauma happened to you in your past life, and how is it kind of showing up in your life today? Okay, so for you, pile number 3, in your past life, I feel like you may have experienced some kind of embarrassment. We have number 16, heed the messenger, which is kind of like, I'm getting hearing. You're hearing things being said about you, people talking about you or mocking you, not taking you seriously. Along with this number 38, see the signs. And I feel like you're seeing people mock you and make fun of you, and perhaps you were bullied, and you really just didn't have the courage to stand up for yourself. This is a warrior woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? And I feel like you were afraid, and you were just very feeble and not able to really stand up for yourself. And you just really took it hard. You took a beating from other people. Definitely not the nicest energy. But you are a very kind, soft soul, I see. But people just had it out for you because they didn't know who they were. And they were just not in good energy. But you're very beautiful in this past life. Okay, so describing the past life trauma, we have number 16, the blasted oak, which is a tower moment. And again, I'm seeing this as like a bully scenario, or perhaps you tripped or you fell or made a fool of yourself, and people just had a heyday with you and just never let you live it down, really. People tore you down with this tower card. Kind of made you feel like a fool, which is right next to it. This is the Wanderer in this deck, the Fool card. People would make you feel like you were less than a human in this past life by just treating you like shit and just making fun of you and not treating you very well. I don't think you deserved any of this. you could have been someone who had a fall from grace. You could have been really well known in your community. You could have been really good at your job, but perhaps something went wrong and things fell apart. You lost your home and your job and your family, maybe, or just made yourself look like a failure, but it wasn't your fault, okay? And the reason why I say you could have had a falling out and a fall from grace is because we also have this Seven of Bows, this clearance, along with the Moon card. I feel like this is someone who has lost their home. We also have the Fool card out here with the Tower. You could have ended up out on the streets overnight, and you could have had nowhere to stay, and you just ended up staying outside, sleeping underneath the moon without a ceiling, without a roof over your head, without any clearance. You could have also, like I said, lost your family. We have the Two of Cups here in attraction. It says attraction. I feel like you were such a beautiful, beautiful person on the inside and out in this past life. But someone or something could have wronged you and caused your demise. I don't think that's the word. Just caused you to like lose control over your life, and you could have been left alone. You could have really loved your spouse, and they could have really loved you, but as soon as you lost your social status, they could have left you. So the way that this is showing up in your current life, we have the Four of Swords followed by the Ten of Cups. And I see this definitely again with that. It could be that fear of losing that security that you have in your home and in your family life. You could constantly be worrying as far as if people like you, or if people are talking about you or gossiping about you and your family. That's my dog, sorry. He doesn't like bullies, okay? Yeah, you could have problems sleeping. You could have a lot of anxiety in this lifetime about whether you're just suddenly going to get fired, you're suddenly going to lose something, and just a little bit of anxiety in this lifetime, and hard to sleep as well. You could have like a little bit of a fear of coming off too desperate, and don't be afraid to send those kinds of wants and needs and desires to your higher self and to your angels, because they will never, never turn you down or look down on you in a type of way when you are just on your knees, okay? But you could be really insecure about losing your family, or missing out on having a family. So what Spirit has advice for you for this lifetime, you have Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? I feel like in your past life, you could have been forcefully set out on a journey into the outside world without having much of a choice or much support. So Spirit wants you to know that you have the choice in this lifetime to choose where you want to go and how far you want to climb up a ladder for a career type of development, how much work you want to put in to secure your home life and your family life, how much do you want to manage your own money or manage your own business. You have all these choices, and no one can take them away from you in this lifetime. You are fully in control. And the chakra that they want you to focus on, which, is the solar chakra. This is 23, empowerment. They want you to be very confident in yourself, that no one is going to be able to tear you down with what they say about you or what you hear from other people. If people are online talking poop about you, like, don't let it bother you. You are such a beautiful, powerful, empowered soul, okay? The solar chakra is definitely that self-confidence and that inner feeling of who you really are. Spirit wants you to connect with that. Who you have been and where you've been has probably been the bottom. And this is a lifetime where you're able to take those steps up the ladder and to really secure a good life for you and your family that no one can take away. So I would focus on this chakra, do a little bit of meditation, definitely work on your breathing, for good ways to get good sleep. And I believe that's all the time I have left in this video, so thank you for watching pile number 3, and if this resonated, please let me know in the comments or give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to see more future videos on this channel, or check out some old ones I have posted, and thank you guys for watching.